Hi YouTube, it's Erin, and we are in my luxury closet 529. If you don't know the meaning behind my new name, I will link the video where I talk about that down below in the description box. Here in my luxury closet, we cover topics from fashion to jewelry, but mostly handbags because I just love handbags. And not everything in here is luxurious, but a lot of it is luxurious to me, and I am here to share some of those luxuries with you. Today is a super exciting unboxing of a luxury brand that I have a very strong affinity to, but that I haven't added a lot of pieces to my collection to, at least not recently. I guess I have added one piece recently, and that would be my baby Niki in the color Storm Gray. I think it's just called Storm, but it's a gray color, so that's why I tacked on the gray. But I got this beautiful baby Niki from Fashion File, and at the time that I unboxed this bag, I mentioned that I might like to have another Saint Laurent bag at some point, and that I love the bags that I have in my collection. And you know what? I was looking on eBay and I found a deal. It was like half off of retail, brand new. And the seller had 100% positive feedback, or has 100% positive feedback. There were a few little problems though, and that is going to be the story of the video. I have so much to unpack with you today. We're going to look at my bag of the day, which has been like a bag of the week, and move from that bag into the new bag. We're going to talk a little bit about the Coach Times Square Tabby, and I'm going to just show you briefly the Dress Up Your Purse collaboration bag that I introduced in my last video, just in case you missed that, and I will link that video down below as well. One thing before I put this beauty up is I did want to show you that M Boutique Australia kindly gifted me some base shapers for this bag. Now this bag will fold into a flat mess if it doesn't have stuffing inside, which it does have stuffing inside. So let me just show you what I mean. So when I take the stuffing out, it flattens, and that is how they are pulled out of the drawer at the Saint Laurent store in this flattened shape. And I kind of think that's cool, but it is nice to have a little bit of shape on the bottom so that the bag will stand up on the shelf. Hence the base shapers. I've had a baby Niki in my past. I still haven't carried this one yet. I'm going to get to it, I promise. But when I moved into that Times Square Tabby, I just haven't moved out. I've been wearing burgundy every day to kind of match it. But anyway, I believe this is the color Charcoal, and it's a nice match. It's not a perfect match to Storm Gray. And these have a pleatherish type coating on them. It feels nice to the touch. It's not like tape or anything like that. It has almost like a pebbled look to it, and it does brighten up the bottom of the bag. So you can already tell the bag has some structure now at the base, and it's still smooshy up at the top where it would be under your arm. M Boutique also sends one for the front pocket, and I'm kind of on the fence about whether I would use this in the front pocket when using the bag. I don't think it necessarily needs it, but it does give you a little bit more dimension and fills out the bag, and maybe keeps it so where the flap won't be quite so pointy. Now there is an older version of this bag and a newer version of this bag, and the older version of this bag does not have D-rings right here and here that the chain runs through. But anyway, if it doesn't have the D-ring in it, these chains slide like butter, and I really like that. And I really like how the base shaper fills the bag out. So if you want to pick up one of these M Boutique Australia base shapers, I will link them down below. My affiliate code is MLC12 for my luxury closet, and you can get 12% off. And I do get a small percentage of the sale if you use that code, but you also save some money, so it's a win-win for both of us. Like I mentioned, this is the new Paris 15 that I collaborated with Dress Up Your Purse to, not really to design, because Melody had already designed the bag, but I helped to select and design this beautiful woven strap to go with this bag, and I think it's such a nice combination. And then I paired it with some different chains from Next Fashion, and so if you want to check out all the different looks that I created, I will link that video down below as well. And if you want to pick one of these up, they're currently available for pre-order. They have been selling like hotcakes. I would not be surprised if they sell out. So this bag is $10 more expensive than some of the other new Paris 15s. And so with my discount code MLC15, it works out to be around $296. And when I did the initial video, I said $288 because she hadn't posted it on the website yet. So I didn't know about that $10 difference. On to the Times Square tabby. This bag is a delight to carry. I love, love, love it. And you notice I have this strap on now. So I've carried this bag with two different Coach chain straps, with the Link chain strap as well as with the C chain strap. And they tend to sort of end up in different places, whether it's behind the bag, in front of the bag, over the front of the bag, underneath the bag, and I've decided that I like the one it came with the best, which I didn't think I would with the leather brake, but I totally do, and the reason is because I'm paranoid about the C getting banged up or the leather getting scuffed by the C chain, which has a little bit of not really sharp edges, but pointier edges. And so I think the strap it came with may just be the best one. And then I still have it paired with the guitar strap from my Soft Pebble camera bag. And I do love this combo together the best out of all the ways that I've tried it. Now what is in this bag has to come out, and it's going to go into the new bag. And I'm going to do a little bit of reconfiguring, because tomorrow I'm going to go to a football game and my size limit is the mini pochette accessoire size. So I'm going to put a few of those items that are in that Times Square tabby into this bag. And then, I mean, this is hardly a bag, but it is like a little mini bag. And I have a Felici chain by Louis Vuitton on it that I can tuck inside until I need to use it. But I'm going to use this inside of the bag I'm going to reveal or unbox or unbag for you right now. So here she is. Now, this bag arrived to me in a box and the box was destroyed. I'm going to put a picture of the box as it appeared on the post office counter and show you how my hand fit fully inside of this box before I ever opened it. So yes, I was a little bit disturbed. I took pictures. I did a little unboxing video in the car so that I had evidence if I needed it for any sort of insurance claim. I'm not sure if the eBay seller insured the bag or not. She sold it and chose not to send it to the eBay Authentication Center because now eBay sellers have a choice, even on bags over $500. And I chose to trust her that this bag would be authentic when I got it. I tried to authenticate it with legit Grails before she sent it to me. And she was very accommodating and sent me a slew of photographs for me to give to them. And the last straw for her that was her walk away point was taking a picture of the back side of the zipper head inside the bag, in the pocket inside the bag. And she just didn't want to turn the bag inside out. She says, this is a brand new bag. I do not want to damage it taking that photograph. They have enough photographs. They should be able to authenticate it. And Legit Grails, who, by the way, generously gifted the authentication to me, but this is not a sponsored video. They said, we can't authenticate it without that zipper head photo. And so I decided to go ahead and order the bag because the bag was an amazing price. And even though it didn't go to eBay authentication, it still has the eBay money back guarantee. So if I received it and it wasn't authentic, then I could use that eBay money back guarantee to return the bag. And eBay would back me on that, at least as far as I know. I haven't really had bad experiences in the case where an item was misrepresented in being able to return an item to eBay, other than there was this woman who was selling fake David Yurman rings at one point, and I ordered a couple of them from her, and eBay thought that I was returning too much when I ended up returning them both. So that was kind of a pickle I got myself into. And so I don't like to order things before I get them authenticated for that reason. But since there weren't any things about this bag with the whole slew of pictures that I gave to Legit Grails that clearly showed that it was fake, I felt pretty good about it. So let's go ahead and get into it. And then I'll tell you the result of the legit Grails authentication. Although I've told you I'm moving into it, so I guess I kind of already told you, didn't I? So here she is. So this is the medium Niki. I have the baby Niki now and the medium Niki. This is a really good sized medium bag, kind of this medium, which is sort of the small to medium size. I'm going to grab my Odeon Tote PM to show you because that bag is on the bigger end of this medium size, at least in my opinion. So here you go. Here is a good comparison. The Odeon Tote PM is on the bigger end of this medium size, although it is a little smaller than the Speedy 25. If I had an M Boutique Australia base shaper, I could show you this so much better. And you know what? I do. Thank you, M Boutique Australia. They actually gave me this one a long time ago when I got this same bag from eBay, and it came and it had all sorts of wear and tear that was not disclosed. Another one of those situations where eBay allowed me to return something that was not as described. So for that bag, which was pretty much the same color as this bag, I chose silver. And I kind of like that darker gray, the charcoal color, better than this silver. But once I get all my stuff inside, you're not really going to be able to see that anyway. And with this bigger bag, I'm not sure I'm going to actually use those when I use the bag. I'm going to have to just test it out and see. But for when it's sitting on my shelf on display, it definitely needs them or it can't stand up. So here's the bag with no stuffing. And as you can see, that filled it right out on both sides. And it's meant to look smooshy. It's supposed to look like a distressed bag. Now, I told you that this bag has those D-rings in it, which are right here and right here. You can see the D-ring is turned out this direction here, and on this side, it's turned inward. And so whether or not the chain moves freely seems to be sort of dependent on how the bag is positioned. That said, once I get it to where I want it in terms of the shoulder, having it be sort of fixed on this side where it doesn't really move that much is not a terrible thing. I don't mind it really one bit because this bag to me doesn't look right crossbody. It looks best on the shoulder. Let's go ahead and move what I have in my little Times Square tabby over to my new medium Niki. When I went back into Legit Grails' website to submit the additional photographs, and I did just need to submit that zipper head photo to them, I discovered that they had analyzed the photographs I had sent them initially and had authenticated it, even without that zipper head photo. So I reached out to them through their chats and said, you all told me you needed this one photo, and now I have the bag, so here's the photo as well as a whole bunch more that are clearer of the hardware and the stamping and that sort of thing. And they did a more thorough review considering all of the photos, the ones from the listing, the ones she sent me, and then the ones I also took, and they re-certified it as authentic. And I have a discount code for Legit Grails. It is MLC15, and that will save you some cash if you decide to get anything authenticated. And again, I do get a small percentage of the sale if you use my code, but you do save money too. So once again, it is a win-win scenario for us both. What I have discovered about Legit Grails, which I really like, is that if you use that code and you select their 30-minute service, as long as they don't run into any trouble like they did in this case where they needed a whole bunch more pictures than I had, they can get it done really quick and you get a certificate. So if it's not authentic, you have something to take to eBay or wherever, and you don't have to pay extra for that at that point. Now, they do offer cheaper options, but it is nice to have that quick turnaround, especially if something's priced really well like this bag was, and you don't want to take the chance of missing out on the purchase. I did get the Saint Laurent booklet as well as the price tag, and I did pay about half of retail on this. The woman who I purchased this from told me she got it from Saks, and she said she had a friend or a family member that helped her get a friends and family discount. And so I think that's how she was able to sell it for a better price to me without losing perhaps quite as much money. So I have my 2 clays. One of these is mostly gift cards and the other one is a few overflow credit cards as well as health insurance, auto insurance, etc. This bag is pretty big, so I don't think I'm gonna have any trouble fitting my items inside. In this little pouch, I've got my car key fob as well as my compact. Then I have this little pouch. I think Melody is going to make a little M case that is about this size in the taupe color to match that beautiful Paris 15 I showed you at the beginning. I have my Prada card holder, which I'm going to switch out of actually. And then I have my little medicine pouch and an AirPods case. And you can see, I mean, I can probably fit a Diet Dr. Pepper inside there. Let me go grab one. So here we go. Let's see. Moment of truth. I'm sure I could fit probably 3 in there. So this is a bigger bag. I'm going to take the Diet Dr. Pepper out. We know it fits. I don't normally carry bottles around with me in a handbag, but if I were at a parade or something, I would definitely use that and maybe have one in the bag and then have one in my hand just to make it last. So there are all those items, and I would put my phone in this pouch right here. So there it is. The bag is very lightweight. So even though it's bigger in size, it is very comfortable, and the leather brakes at the top are doubled up, and so help to disperse the weight of what is in this beautiful bag. I now want to take out the M Boutique Australia base shapers because I want to see how much this bag protrudes from my body with the items inside, but with no base shaping. And I want to see also if it gets saggy on the bottom. It doesn't really look like it does. Most of my stuff is in pouches, and that helps with that. In fact, you can even lay pouches across the bottom of your bag, like the M case. This is the mini size M case by Dress Up Your Purse. I could lay that pouch across the bottom, and so now it's sort of underneath things. I was going to try to lay that watermelon pouch also across the bottom, but it doesn't really work because the bag's not quite wide enough to lay them side by side. So there is the bag without the base shapers inside. Honestly, I don't think you need them if you don't mind the bag being squishy, and that's what I want it to be. But if I bought this bag again and I didn't work with M Boutique Australia where they would send them to me, I would buy those just because they do offer stability on your shelf when the bag is on display, and so I really like that. I do really like it also in that baby Niki bag because it doesn't have this little D-ring to keep the flap from getting pointy, and so having that structure in the baby size, which is the older model without the D-ring, I think that that is great. So am I glad I have the M Boutique Australia base shapers for both of the bags? I am. I think that they are great, but I don't think I will use them in this bag when I'm wearing it. I think I'll just use them to preserve the integrity and the beauty of the bag when it is on display. And then when I go to wear it, I'm going to take them out. Now, this is my little bag that I'm going to carry at the ballpark, which is Arrowhead Stadium. Not really a ballpark. That's baseball terms. So I always would have my medicine pouch with me. I would have an AirPods case with me as well. I usually make my husband hold on to the car key because of the limited capacity of that little pouch. I'll bring a Tide to Go stick in case I spill something because I am wearing a white shirt tomorrow, which would be this one. This is a funny story. I got this from Kohl's, and it was not the one I ordered. So I contacted them and told them that. And they said, keep it, donate it, whatever you want to do with it, and we'll send you the right shirt. And so then they sent me the right shirt, and then they sent me this one again. And so once again, I called them and they said, keep it, donate it, we're going to refund you. So I have 2 of these now, but since they're white and I tend to get little spots of things on white clothing, I'm just going to keep them both. It's a really cute top, and it's lightweight, and I think it'll be good for tomorrow when it's probably around 75 degrees in the sun. So this is what I'm wearing tomorrow. I have a couple of Band-Aids and a flosser stick. I'm going to go ahead and throw those in there as well. Normally I just take a couple of cards out in my driver's license and then I just slide them inside of this little pouch as well. And I still have oodles of room. I got the iPhone 16 Pro Max, so there is no way that that's going to go in there. I'm going to go ahead and stick a MAC lip gloss as well as a Clinique concealer inside. And the last thing I think I'm going to put in there is going to be my key fob. So that is absolutely everything I need. The stadium is a cashless stadium, and so I can't bring cash in even if I wanted to. You can see there's no bulging here, and my pouches inside the bag are now half empty, which is fine. I thought of one other thing. I'm going to go ahead and stick a glasses cleaning cloth inside as well. That fits in perfectly. I just did my nails, so I shouldn't need any nail files or anything like that, so I eliminated this pouch and I'm gonna have the mini pochette inside here instead. So I'm gonna switch out of my product card case. I love it because it has 3 on the front, 3 card slots on the back, and then 1 in the middle. The Gucci Garden and my Saint Laurent ones have 2, 2, and then 1 in the middle, which makes this slightly more compact. And I do like using this one inside of a bag with black interior, just in case, you know, the bag might rub off just a tiny bit onto one of my small leather goods. I have not had that happen, but I just like to be careful. As you can see, I can plop that Damier Ebene mini pochette inside, easy peasy. Still have oodles of room for the iPhone whenever I'm ready to put it inside. And the bag looks fabulous. It is a smooshy gooshy bundle of goodness. It smells so good. It smells of leather. It doesn't smell like somebody else. It's brand new, and I got it for such a good deal. I just would encourage you, if you guys are out there shopping for luxury bags, don't forget about the pre-loved market, because you can find brand new bags for a fabulous deal. You can find brand new bags from the department stores for fabulous deals too. That's probably how this one ended up being so cheap on the pre-loved market. I imagine the gal bought it because it was such a good deal and then figured out it didn't work for her. I've done that in the past. I've bought things that I didn't really want or need because they were such a good price and then ended up selling them. I guess what I'm saying is that there are deals to be had, and if there's something you're looking for, just keep perusing and you may just find it. So that is the end of the video. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same. It's the @ then myluxurycloset529, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at myluxurycloset529@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.